Hi, boys and girls. Today you're going to be doing a self-paced lesson after you completed your REN 360 assessment. So the first thing you're going to do is get your journal out and you're going to complete your Grammar Keeper's chart for the word to. Your proof for to is so, also, three. So basically it's everything else minus O. So what I'm marking it out, basically saying whenever I want to use TO, I use it any other time that I don't use TOO or TWO. Okay, so it's such a simple word, but sometimes we make those mistakes. So again, use this word whenever we want it to sound like to, and TOO or TWO won't work. So that's why our proof is the three other forms of the proofs for the other two words, and we marked it out. Today, your prompt is simply write your thoughts from the week, something that you want to talk about, write about, share out. Make sure you use the form of the word to twice. Okay, so let me write that in there real quick while we're here. With it underlined and the proof. A little added in there for us. All right. And again, just reviewing over this. So looking at the student example, you can pause here and read over and see how they use the form of to and check themselves. The last thing we're going to be working on is our conclusion. So the conclusion of a paper serves two functions. First, it signals end. This is necessary for readers' sense of completeness, suggesting that they have just finished a well-planned, carefully conceived paper. It leaves readers with something important to remember. This is necessary for readers' sense of the subject, leaving them to think about what is important and appropriate. Remember, to pull your entire essay together, avoid using in this essay I have, which is obvious, or in conclusion, which is obviously an overused statement. A formula for conclusion, remember, only use this if you are not sure how to end your paper. This is only a starting point. Restate your subject by referring back to the thesis statement sentence. Now you know why I, or because of this, or as you can see. State a sentence about the future of the subject, a lesson learned, a warning to the reader, an interesting thought. Remember, an effective conclusion reminds the reader of your thesis, but should not restate your thesis word for word. So you're going to rewrite your thesis statement in a different way. Ask yourself the following questions and ask them in your conclusion. So what? What does all this mean? Why is it important? Remember, head and feet. So remember, your head to your feet. The ending usually picks up ideas that were used in the introduction. Often it circles back, reversing the order in which ideas were introduced in the opening and ending with the idea that opened the essay. So in my introduction, I need to have my hook and my thesis statement. For my conclusion, I'm going to restate or reword my thesis statement and leave the reader satisfied by going with that truism and completing out my writing. So a sample conclusion would be, as you can see, Christmas is definitely the best time of year because I get to spend time with my family. Family time is like music, some high notes, some low notes, but always a beautiful song. So right here, I restated my thesis, and then that second part is kind of that truism, a truth or a lesson. Remember, when you're writing, you're adding details. So 3 useful methods for adding details to the sentences in your graphic organizer before you write your rough draft. Use the arguer. I don't think so, so prove that. Write your topic sentence. In the story, The Tinderbox, the witch paid the ultimate price for befriending the soldier. You could also use, I don't think so. She trusted him to go into the tree to get her tinderbox. She told him that he could have all the money in return for his help. Prove it. Unfortunately, because the witch wouldn't tell her motivation for wanting the box, the soldier cut off her head. The witch trusted the soldier, and he betrayed that trust. And then when I combine these 3 together using this strategy, I have a complete and full paragraph. You could do question answer. Write truism for your example. You may need to reword it a bit so it explains the sentences before and helps to transition to your explanation that relates to your central idea. When we have a friend, we expect them to be loyal to us. That is why it hurts so badly when friends turn on us. The pain they cause hurts more than if they were a stranger. So that first sentence is my truism. Right? That's a truth. We all expect them to be loyal to us. Then from there, I took that truism and then I was able to write about it. Again, make sure you reword it. You're not saying the same exact truism and you're writing in a paragraph versus your conclusion. And then asking questions. Topic sentence. In Full Tilt, Russ attempted to kill Blake in exchange for his own freedom. Well, how do I know that? Before entering the park, Blake and Russ were best friends. Blake trusted Russ to help him through the difficult situation of getting Quinn back. Huh? What's that? The park wasn't what they thought it would be. At a time when friends needed to work together, Russ turned on Blake. How else do you know? This deception, hurts Blake physically and emotionally. Huh? What's that? Sadly, friends do this to us. Rather than working together to solve a problem, sometimes friends only want to better themselves. So again, you're not going to write what's in red, but these red parts are the questions that you can ask yourself to then write your next sentence. So it's kind of a question yourself on the first sentence to then write your next part. Then from there you can ask yourself another question to write your next sentence. So you can do questioning of yourself to write your parts to put together to create your essay. So after you've gone over this video, make sure you go back, you can review, you can use this to help you, or you can use the PowerPoint to also help you in the lesson. And you're going to go back and provide details and more into your graphic organizer. When your graphic organizer is completely ready, then you can begin writing your rough draft version in class.